Welcome in, healers and harmonists alike, to ranks 2 and 3 of the Divine Spell list. As always, I'm Lord Generic, and we're going through the practical, general ways to take and consider the Divine Spells. There's so many out there, so let's just take a look and figure out a simple way to use a few for most situations. As always, there's probably spells that are perfect for your campaign that I'm not going to talk, so if you find one, let me know in the comments, alright? And let's get into it. At rank 2, Divine gets a few interesting attack spells for us damaged lovers. They aren't the strongest ones, but they are interesting. They're usable and kind of fun. Blood Vendetta is a nice reaction. Slap some persistent bleed damage on someone if they cut or stab you. Boy, I wish I had that one in real life. Bone Shaker is a nice uncommon, so ask your game master if you're allowed to use it, but if you are, it's a fortitude save on one target. It does okay damage, but if you spend 3 actions to really grab them by the skeleton, you get forced movement in the spell, and that's just good. Inner Radiance Torrent is a really fun one. This is Piccolo's special beam cannon. It's a charge up. You can cast it for 2 or 3 actions, and it's an okay line spell. Okay line attack on Fortitude. More important is to cast it for 6 actions for massive slot efficient damage. Practical? No. Funny? Yes. And Spiritual Armament is just probably your best pick. This allows you to get 1 attack on a target every time you sustain it and when you cast the spell. A nice third action and good for long, tough battles. Yet for our buff lovers, rank 2 is incredible. You get so many options here. Blazing Armory is a very niche pick. This creates a flaming +1 striking weapon. It's a weapon out of fire that does pure fire damage. So it's kind of like an upgrade to Runic Weapon. Like Runic Weapon, not that useful when your friends already have powerful striking weapons. But if you run into someone with a fire weakness, like, I don't know, a living tree or something, this is really nice to have. Helpful Reload is a reaction that, well, reloads your buddy's crossbow or gun. Is this worth a second rank slot? Incredibly comp dependent. If you have a gunslinger or a crossbow user who would get a huge benefit from this, maybe you take this when you're higher level. Lucky Number is a good wand spell. This is a reaction that you roll a number on the d20, and then once per day when you roll that number as a reaction, you can re-roll the dice. It's your lucky number, you get to re-roll it. This is a great wand spell, but not really worth taking in a spell slot. Only once it's cheap enough that you don't care about it, and it's just a fun little side thing. Resist Energy is, well, it gives you resistance to energy damage. At rank 2, not as good, because it's only 1 person. As it ranks up, it gets stronger and, more importantly, targets more people. If you can hit all the front line or the whole party with energy resistance, it's a great counter for themed areas and enemies. See the Unseen is really your only good generalist buff, being See Invisibility. This counters invisibility, this counters so many things. It's also a side choice to Revealing Light. Revealing Light reveals everyone in a zone. See the Unseen means you can just see them naturally. Better for yourself, not as good for your friends. I will note, Paizo has released some errata, some information, and they have specified See the Unseen, the second rank spell, does allow you to see the Disappearance spell, the 8th rank spell that's basically invisibility ++. See the Unseen is a counter for it. So with that being the case, always pick up a scroll of this spell, always carry it with you. It's giga cracked. And Thermal Remedy, this is a nice wand spell. It's also pretty nice at higher ranks. You make a bunch of food, the party eats the food, and it gives them some fire resist and some temp HP. Temp HP party-wide, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. On the debuff side, Calm is a really insanely powerful spell. This is Incapacitation, so it only works on things of twice the spell's rank and level or less. So second rank spell, this works on 4th level enemies or less. You can cast it at higher ranks, but you often find better incapacitation spells at each rank. So we don't recommend that often. It's just that this one is really, really good. When you hit them with that calm, anyone who fails a save stops fighting. They stop taking hostile actions. Until someone walks over and slaps them, they're out of the fight unless they can buff their friend. That's so good. That's so good. Darkness is a funny spell that's very team dependent. You make darkness. I know, crazy, right? You take out the lights. Now, if your team has dark vision, they can still see in the basic darkness. At rank 4 darkness, they cannot, but rank 2, they can. This can give you a massive tactical advantage if your enemy does not also have dark vision. So, good luck. Ghoulish Cravings is a very unique spell. This is good for your close range war priest. Your character's getting into close combat. As a touch spell, it's kind of dangerous, but it is a will save that sickens the enemy. Sicken is an incredibly good debuff. They have to spend an action to attempt to get rid of it. There's no other way, and it just reduces all their numbers. It's basically leveled down the debuff. It's super, super good, and almost never shows up on a will save. Almost universally on fortitude saves, Ghoulish Cravings is very unique in that way. Revealing Light, this is kind of an all-star spell. I pick it on all my casters. This is your AoE invisibility counter. You slam an area, anyone hidden, anyone invisible, anyone concealed, they all take that penalty, and even if there's no downside, it's a reflex save versus being dazzled. So even if no one's invisible for the day, you got an okay debuff. And for our final spell, I'm going to recommend it. It's too powerful for me not to. But I'm just going to say this. Manifestation of Spirits is an uncommon spell. And frankly, I think you should not use this spell. I think the table should ban it. I think it's too good for its level. But this is a will save on one target that applies Stupefied 3. 3. Even when they make the save, they're still Stupefied 3. This just takes a caster out of the fight. They now have like a 30% chance to just fail any spell they attempt to cast. It's insane. It's insane. And if you bring will saves on your team, you slam them with Manifestation of the Spirits. Will saves get a 3 higher modifier now because of that Stupefied. It's crazy good. Crazy. Personally, I think it's too good. If this is banned in Pathfinder Society, I would recommend doing that yourself. And at rank 2, you get so many good utility spells. We're going to go fast. Good lord. There are so many. I don't want to talk through that many. Anyways, so Cleanse Affliction, Clear Mind, and Sound Body, these are all the same spell. These are the cure spells. They cure diseases, mental or physical debuffs, respectively, and you generally need to upcast these to keep them relevant. This makes them really hard to use because that is so many types of spell to need to carry around at your higher ranks. Generally best used on clerics who can take a feat at level 8 to turn your heal spells from your Divine Font into Clear Mind and Sound Body as needed. Otherwise, I think they're just a little too hard to use. Dispel Magic is a really good spell in general, best on spontaneous casters like Oracle and Sorcerer. This allows you to remove enemy spells. That means debuffs, that means walls, that means, well, not Wall of Stone, only walls that are not Wall of Stone, mind you. And remove enemy buffs. It's pretty good stuff, nice and versatile. You're going to want to upcast this to your higher ranks to keep it powerful. Everlight makes a permanently glowing object at the cost of 50 gold. This is a good deal because you can cast it on all sorts of things. You can put it on a gemstone or a pendant that you wear, and now you just glow. You can cast it on a sword, and the sword glows. If your characters are bad at dark vision, Everlight makes that not a problem. You'll just be really obvious because you're glowing. Status is a great scroll spell. If you need to track someone, if you need to keep tabs on a friendly, hit them with status in the morning and you always know where they are relative to you. That's really good. Really good. Or like if someone's infiltrating an area or hitching a ride, stowing away under a wagon or something, you can use status to track exactly where they end up. Super powerful. Translate is it translates. It lets you understand the language. I mean, this is a great scroll spell. When you need it, you need it. Same with water breathing. Do you need water breathing all the time? No. Do I need to tell you what water breathing does? No. It's pretty obvious. But when you need it, you need it. And rolling all that into our items, it's pretty much what you'd expect. Lucky Number and Thermal Remedies are pretty good wands, but everything else I'd probably just take scrolls of. Revealing Light, it's just a nice counter invisibility, just a good spell in general. Water Breathing, Status, Translate, these are silver bullets. When you need it, and it's cheap to pick up a couple scrolls. So when you're like level 6 or 7, you got extra gold to burn, maybe consider some of these. As a damage dealer, you may have noticed you didn't get great picks. If Bone Shaker is allowed as an uncommon spell, I would consider it. The force movement is pretty nice, but otherwise, I guess we just take more heal, and Sacred Beast is a good upcast. I would unironically take this as a signature spell, as a Oracle or Sorcerer, because this is an incredibly rare reflex targeting spell, and it's a 5-foot AoE. You're usually hitting one guy with it, but maybe sometimes you can get two, and ain't that nice. Spiritual Armament is your good long-term sustained fight. In a tough fight against a strong enemy, cast this turn 1, keep swinging that weapon every turn, and try to rack up some value. For the tactician lovers out there, Heal, once again, probably just a good pick. Revealing Light for that counter invisibility and Dazzled that solves a lot of problems at the same time. And once again, Spiritual Armament, this is your sustained value. Even when you want to be tactical and buff heavy, killing the enemy is pretty good. And at low levels, the damage from Spiritual Armament is pretty significant at chunking down your fairly weak enemies. At higher levels, well, not so much. And that's why at high levels, I recommend switching to Blood Vendetta, Resist Energy, and Revealing Light. Blood Vendetta, this is your reaction. It's just nice to have a reaction at higher levels because, hey, bleed damage is bleed damage, and Resist Energy rules as a signature spell. As a signature spell, once you don't care about these low-level damage spells, Resist Energy allows you to just say, oh, we're fighting a guy who's made out of lava, bam, fire resistance on the team. Oh, we're entering the ice dungeon, cold resistance, probably good to have. This is a great pocket spell to keep on you. And Revealing Light, it's just good. At rank 3, most spell lists, most traditions get a big power bump. In my opinion, Divine gets good spells, but rank 4 is when the Divine spells take off. So we still have some really good picks, mind you, and especially on the damage front, you get some nice options. Holy Light and Moonlit Ray target armor class, so these can miss, these are high risk. But if you blast unholy targets, fiends and demons with them, you're not going to do 5d6, you're going to do 10d6. You're hitting with the damage of a rank 5 spell on these dudes. The scaling is insane. Horde of Underlings is a rare spell, so you have to ask your game master if you can use it. I love this spell, by the way. It's so funny. It's so cute. You summon 6 little guys. You summon 6 little dudes, each of whom create difficult terrain and have 1 hit point. and each of them auto hit an enemy adjacent to them for 1d4. And when you sustain it, they all get to move a little bit and try to swing again. That's so strong. It's not only funny, but that means you do 6d4, no save, no to hit roll when you cast it. Think about how good that is. 6d4, then you sustain it, that's another 6d4. Of course, any kind of damage aura or AoE will annihilate your little boys, but make them have it, right? Make them use it, and if this works, it's crazy strong. Organ Sight is good for the medicine skill characters, pretty common for any clerics in the crowd. This allows you to, after casting it, spend an action to recall knowledge of medicine, and if you succeed, your slashing and stabbing weapons will get huge bonus damage. A very niche spell, very specific. If you are using this though, it's really strong over a fight. And we have Vampiric Feast, a pretty generic damage spell. It's one target, fortitude save, 66 damage. You get a tiny amount of temp health. Half the damage that was dealt. It's not a lot. But, hey, Divine isn't good at combat. This gets you decent combat. Buffs, they're not as good as you would think. Heroism is incredible. First off, Heroism is insane. This is a great signature spell because it's good at rank 6 and 9. At rank 3, it's okay. It's a +1 to hit, skills, and saving throws for one of you or your buddy. That's okay. The problem is, I think it struggles to compete with Bless, a rank 1 spell that's an AoE to hit bonus. But at rank 6 and 9, Heroism takes off as the bonus increases to +2 or +3 and can honestly break the fundamental game math over its knee. Super powerful at those tiers. Life Connection is a nifty little 24-hour buff. You link up with one target, and when they would take damage, you can use your reaction to take the damage instead. Very specific. Not every build's going to want that, but if you're looking to play a more bodyguard and protection role, there you go. Now on the debuff side, we finally get access to Roaring Applause. We did not get Laughing Fit at rank 2, but we do get Roaring Applause. This is insanely good. As a will save and you have to sustain this spell, your enemy starts clapping or cheering or, applauding as best they can. They can't do reactions. If they fail the save, they're slowed 1. Note, you don't get slow as a divine caster. You do not get the slow spell. Roaring Applause is your only choice here, and it's a really good one. Turning off reactions is crazy, and triggering reactive strikes from your fighter or other marshals is also really good. Mind of Menace is your it's a wand spell. This is a reaction that lasts 24 hours. It's more of a buff than anything. When someone uses a mental effect on you, you can, as a reaction, hit them with a one-time debuff, and they might get frightened. They might eat a debuff. It won't always work, but hey, when you're rich, you can buy a wand once you're level, let's say 8 or 9. A 3rd rank wand is a very achievable buy, and getting this once a day is pretty good. And as we say with the items, really Mind of Menace and Life Connection, these are decent 24-hour buffs to have on yourself and gives you more reaction options. You might not use them on a given day, but hey, if you need it, you need it. So if you got the extra cash to splash, pick up some wands of them. As you're noticing, the divine lists, especially at low levels, a lot simpler to go through than the other lists. Without poaching spells from other deities or others' lists, it's kinda simplistic, but at rank 3 we can finally build a decent blasting list. Holy Light and Moonlight Ray, if you're fighting fiends, pick this immediately. If you're not fighting demons and devils, I wouldn't bother. Horde of Underlings, if this is allowed. If it's allowed by your game master, it is a rare spell. Ask them if you can use it. It's super, super good. The 64 damage with no save is cracked, and the fact that you can keep doing damage if your boys stay alive, insane. As you upcast it, you'll just get more and more boys to do more and more damage, and really gum up the battlefield in a fun way. Just, pay attention, move them quickly. Vampiric Feast is, it's your fortitude damage pick. You're looking for damage, and this is one of your first options, so it's what we're gonna pick. And Roaring Applause is so good. You're taking this no matter how you're building. It's just the pick to turn off reactions. Great debuff, very, very versatile. For the more buff and debuff minded though, we can still take heal. You like how I'm just always recommending heal? You thought I'd pick heroism here, and I'm tempted, but I think rank 3 heroism isn't good enough compared to bless to really warrant it. Fear is super good though. At rank 3, Fear is now a multi-target debuff, an insane opener against any group of enemies, and Roaring Applause is just that killer debuff. We're making Roaring Applause your signature because at rank 6, it's now multi-target and hits 10 guys, which is wildly good. And for the high levels, once you're like level 11, maybe 9, but definitely by 11, you're not really using third rank spells in combat. They aren't a big damage source. So what do we want? Mind of Menace, insanely good. Just, hey, sometimes mental effects come out. Maybe we get a spicy debuff. Roaring Applause will never fall off. When you need to turn off a reaction, this is the pick. And rank 3 Fear is still a nice good pick against crowds. You'll have incredible anti-crowd attacks at rank 4 and beyond, but if you don't need damage and you just want a big debuff, Fear, hey, it's got your back. So there you go. Ranks 2 and 3, and we're done. I'm trying to go fast. I think we can do it with Divine. It's easy. Yay. Why didn't I do this faster? Oh, right. I'm lazy. Be sure and stick around and catch the rest of our spell list, or if you're interested in any given builds or just general advice on the tabletop world, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know, and I'll definitely try to get back to you. And make sure you catch the rest of us by following us at Lord Generic RPG and liking the video if you feel like it. And if you dislike it, hey, what am I, your boss? I only cry a little.